Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. It's been a long wait since 1908. Today, Cubs fans everywhere celebrate an extra inning Game 7 World Series victory. And we have a special Suncoast memento to share with you.
I'm Will Luera from Florida Studio Theater. And as an improv guy, I can't wait to meet SNL comedian and actor Jon Lovitz.
I'm Bo Beth. Bright colors and patterns are perfect for our coastal climate. And Lilith Holster is here with a fall fashion show, and it's all for a good cause.
And I'm Linda Carson. We've played some pretty unusual instruments on this show, and today is no exception. I've got my hot air ready for our latest wooden horn. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
You found your friend.
I did find my friend. Welcome to the show. Happy Cubs fans across the area, and welcome to Will Luera, a Chicago native who roots for that other team.
I do root for the other team, but I'm very happy for all of my Cubs fan friends and family. Good for you guys.
It's been a while.
Something fun.
Back.
Something fun everybody can grab onto. And I understand, Will, you've been doing a lot of traveling as well.
I have. So I just came back from England, where I did a week-long improv festival in London. They've got a great improv scene out there, and actually tomorrow I head off to San Francisco.
Wow.
And in a few weeks I go out to the Middle East to do improvisation.
Wow. Really? Are you excited about that trip? You a little nervous, maybe?
A little bit of both, but actually yesterday I had a chat with the embassy and the consulates, and they're all excited for our visit. So.
Do you speak the language?
I do not speak the language, but it's going to be for all the Westerners that are based out there. Give them a little comedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Really
That's
excited.
great. Will's a talented improv guy, always brings a lot when he's with us. And you can find him on Saturdays at Florida Studio Theater. They do shows at 7:30 on Saturdays. And the best way to check that information out is to go to floridastudiotheater.org. A lot of fun there. We're glad you're with us today.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
Let's see who's in the kitchen today. We welcome back our good friend Larry Barrett from A Simply Gourmet Catering. What are we making today, Larry?
Well, today is National Sandwich Day.
Oh, wow.
So today we're going to create some sandwiches, not deli sandwiches, gourmet sandwiches.
Wow.
And I think once or twice during the show, I get to call it a sandwich, don't I?
Yes.
Sure, we can do
I'm
that.
hoping.
Absolutely. All right. Well, yet another one of those days that we celebrate here on Suncoast View. And of course, we are celebrating the Cubs World Series victory. So we've got Wrigley with us.
And he has his hat.
He has his hat on. Hey, big thank you to our viewers for calling the shots ahead of the time. Hey, Wrigley, he figured out I have treats too. And naming the dog Wrigley after Wrigley Field on a year that the Cubs go on to
You'll
celebrate.
always
Can you
remember
look up?
this,
That's
yes.
right. So Southeastern Guide Dogs partnering with us as we puppy raise for them. But I also want to point out another really great partner here on the Suncoast, Tervis Tumblers.
Can you believe
Look what
how
they
quickly
did.
they got this?
Overnight printing
Amazing.
the 2016 World Series Championship tumblers with the Chicago Cubs on them. They were actually nice enough to bring those over for us this morning. They are now on sale at tervis.com, so you can get them here, and we continue to enjoy everything they bring to us here on the Suncoast. Hey, Beth. Are you puppy raising with me? Yeah, I got my hands full here. You hold the coffee.
I was very concerned. I was like, which one do you want me to
Guide
do?
dogs are supposed to sit on the floor, and that's how that will go.
Well,
so,
thank you.
Anyway, speaking of guide dogs, let me grab Wrigley here so we can sit him like he's supposed to. He's not happy about his hat. All right, there you go. Sit, Wrigley.
You know you are on camera.
Yeah, you know what? This is my life. You got to do what you got to do. Wrigley, sit. Hold on. We'll show some obedience.
wait.
There we go. Stay.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
wait.
you. I want to mention Southeastern Guide Dogs today. Beth's looking at me in awe. This is my life. Because they are doing something very special. A hero's wife is here in Palmetto at their facility to get a guide dog. You may recognize the name Taya Kyle. She's actually getting an emotional support dog. Her autobiography and her husband's autobiography, Chris Kyle, the American Sniper, became a best-selling movie and book. Chris Kyle was shot and killed by another veteran in 2013, and his wife Taya has really spent a lot of time talking about his efforts and just really what it's like in the military and to deal with issues like that. So Southeastern Guide Dogs giving her an emotional support dog. Someone like Wrigley, once he is through the puppy raising process and in training, could go on to be an emotional support dog for somebody.
I think that whole thing is just so amazing. You know, people don't realize how dogs can make a difference in someone's life.
Absolutely.
And that's a perfect example.
No, absolutely. I was really touched when I saw that Taya was here and working with Southeastern Guide Dogs. And, you know, I'm not going to say that raising a puppy isn't a lot of work, but it really is. Hey, you did notice that.
And I was like almost ready to move away from it. It was just that much.
But that's why. You know, all you have to do is understand why we're doing what we're doing, and, you know, it makes it all worthwhile.
It is. It's
and we
amazing
need to have some obedience work on this one. Hey, Wrigley.
I give you credit.
Yeah, he's not ready. He's not ready to sit out here full time quite yet, but we're getting there, buddy. We're getting there. All right, it is time for our first hot topic, and 108 is worth the wait. For Chicago Cubs fans, and there are plenty of them right here on the Suncoast, the longest drought in sports history is over. That Cubs World Series win coming in the early morning hours today, of course. What I love is there's some really great side stories from the game. There's a backup catcher. His name is 39-year-old David Ross. 39 years old. He hit a home run in his last game before retirement. He hung up his cleats after last night. That made him the oldest guy to ever homer in a Game 7. And this is kind of bittersweet for all of us here on the Suncoast. Two former Tampa Bay Rays made this Cubs win possible. Of course, manager Joe Madden. You know, he still lives in Tampa, has restaurants in South Tampa, so we can kind of count him as one of our own. And the game MVP, Ben Zobrist. Remember him from the Tampa Bay Rays? He had the game-winning RBI. And with two teams, the Indians and the Cubs, itching to break championship streaks, the streets outside of both stadiums were packed with fans celebrating America's pastime. Kind of a neat sports experience, I thought, regardless of what your fan situation is or your interest in baseball.
You know, it's just good for the country. It's good for the country to have baseball, which is pure and clean, and you hit it or you strike out. It was just great to have that feeling. But I felt so bad for the Indians. Oh,
I know, you're a Cleveland
girl. They had a
girl.
longer streak in Chicago.
That's
I feel
right.
Like, you know, I felt like they needed it because they hadn't won in so long.
yeah.
And to me, it was just an amazing baseball game. I mean, there was great pitching. There were guys that stepped up and made plays that aren't necessarily big playmakers. It was just...
Everyone
it was captivating. Everyone contributed.
Yeah, as a
it was
baseball
neat.
fan, I loved the whole series. I mean, it was great. I mean, from day one of the season, I think many of us knew that the Cubs had a very special season coming up. And it was just great to experience
They said that last year.
Yeah, didn't they believe that for 108
We've made it for 108 years.
There was something about this year, though. It's like you just knew that this was their year. And to be able to, you know, I'm not a Cubs fan, but I stayed up right until the last out. And I was very happy for them. So that was great. Great game.
Just a good experience and a good way for people to come together. Well, of course, baseball wasn't the only big TV event going on. The Country Music Awards were firing up their fans in Nashville. There was a huge surprise when this performer took the stage. Check it out.
With his gun, with his head held high, he told me not to cry. Oh, my daddy said shoot. Oh, my daddy said shoot.
Beyonce came on stage unannounced and sang her song Daddy Lessons along with the Dixie Chicks. They've actually been covering it in past months. Not a lot of surprises with the award winners, Garth Brooks, Carrie Underwood, and Chris Stapleton taking home the big 3 awards. But let's go back to this Beyonce thing. Does it kind of bother you, or do you like it when these pop superstars show up in country moments?
Well, you know, she was invited. She didn't just walk on the stage.
Well, true, but it was unannounced. It was a big surprise.
All through the show, I watched every minute. All through the show, they'd say Beyonce is coming up.
Oh,
Beyonce is coming up. How is that a surprise?
Well, it was a surprise before then. You know, when the show started, then they told everyone.
Okay, so
But
Twitter caught it a couple hours early.
But I think the issue, though, is a lot of people are always saying, you know, how can you go from one genre to the other one? And, you know, but the thing is, you're giving Beyonce a lot of flack for doing it, but everyone else does it. No one said anything when Taylor Swift switched from country to something else, or when any of these other artists switch from one thing to another? Why is it bad because Beyonce is doing it now versus anyone
Daddy
else?
Lessons is like a country song, too.
Yeah.
That sounded so country.
Anything that says, somebody says shoot, usually goes along with country. Usually.
Well, I thought she looked amazing, and you know what? To me, it's a talent when you can sing numerous types of music.
Yeah,
so
they're not that
let's
different
not begrudge her that.
Like
That's
me.
for sure. Yeah, I don't know if you're on
Yeah,
that
it doesn't
level.
sound
But
any
It's
different.
a talent, exactly.
Country and classical sound alike when you sing.
Exactly.
all sounds the
That's how
same to
great I
Babette.
am.
Hey, another one of our favorites was honored. Dolly Parton, looking stunning at 70, honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And today's stars sung her praises and sung her music. And if you didn't see that dress, look at that yellow fitted, bright, 70 years old. It's
Not
totally
a wrinkle.
amazing.
They did a lot of close-ups, not a wrinkle.
I agree. I noticed that too. Her face is amazing.
I was looking. I've got like a microscope looking to see.
She looks amazing.
And she said she couldn't cry as much as she wanted to because her mascara would run. And I could certainly understand that.
It's just nice to see that Dolly still dazzles, and you know, it's always been her
Charms.
big country night, and it still is.
Did they sing 9 to 5?
I did
yeah.
see 9 to 5.
Did they sing it?
They sang it.
They sang it?
They
Because even
sang
my
it.
kids love that song.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely a
absolutely.
big fan
No,
of it.
that group sang it.
Oh,
so
that's great.
something kind of
You know,
fun.
the big winners were all older stars that have been around a long time.
For the most part.
I knew them. I was so surprised.
Which is interesting. That means like the younger generation isn't getting
They're
as
getting there. Chris
active as-
Stapleton is newer.
And the
so-
girl that sang
one.
My Church, she's very young. She's
Right.
in her 20s.
Yep, so
More-
we're getting there. But yeah, a neat show. And Linda, I'm glad that you watched it because I felt bad that it fell the same night as the game because I would have
didn't
wanted.
I
would-
had it
watched the
taken
game.
care of. There were some great clothes too. You know, country you used to think of as sort of dowdy. Hey, there were some great looking outfits.
Oh, yeah.
That's
no,
what
they
I
got it
noticed. I didn't
going on.
watch the whole thing, but what I noticed, it wasn't necessarily, I didn't feel country. I felt like it appealed to everyone.
It was very glitzy
Yeah.
and very glamorous and very up class. So
Yeah.
it was
Well, good.
great
It
show.
was
I
really
stayed up
good.
until 11:15.
Look at
It's
that.
got to be good for that.
All right, well, something I want to mention while Will is here. You know, as parents, we try to get our kids off of the screen time and out in the outdoors, but one couple had a very unique idea. They call this anti-helicopter parenting. The father set up a backyard full of all sorts of things that a lot of parents these days would just think is dangerous. Trampolines, you know, tree forts. And the big rule, no adult supervision allowed. The guy says that kids don't get to go out and do their own thing anymore. They need to feel free and empowered when they play, and they can only do that when adults aren't around.
Okay,
I agree.
He's going back to the old days.
Yep.
However, we didn't have things like that in the old days. We went out and played in the yard. We didn't jump off buildings. Or okay, my daughter.
We did.
Yes, you
My
guys
daughter
Yes,
was
we
wrong,
did.
jumping off a building.
The only
Well, Beth
difference-
was on a roof.
Yeah, the only difference now is that it's made for you to climb. Before, we were just climbing things we weren't supposed to climb.
I agree. And you would sit on the swings with your neighbor
Yeah.
and no parents around and
Yeah.
talk about what you
Well, I
talked about and
think-
jump where you wanted.
I think it's going from 1,000% parenting to 0 parenting.
Yeah.
There needs to be a happy medium in there. You watch the kids, but you don't have to guide every activity and be a part of it.
I'd agree with that.
I agree
There's
with
a
that.
happy
There's
medium.
always somewhere in the middle of
Yes.
I do think many of us need to relax,
Yeah,
and
I've-
I'm probably in that category. Will, do you need
I
to
have
relax
two
as a
young
parent?
girls. No, I think I'm trying to be. I'm trying to let them grow up to be young, independent women. I mean, they're 3 and 7, but we've created a nice big backyard space for them to just roam, play, fall, cry, self-soothe, recover, and then keep on playing.
Oh, I like him.
I like that.
All right, we like your theory. That's a great one. Self-soothe is a big key. So Apple has unveiled some more emojis as new ways for us to express ourselves, and a few of them are a long time in coming. There's some simple ones, kind of fun ones, like a duck, a salad, a crossed finger. The avocado makes me laugh, but the one on the bottom of the woman face palming has been getting the most attention. They've also added some workforce figures, firefighters, judges, cooks, and farmers. But to me, if you can send a face palm as an emoji, it's kind of like the crying, laughing one. You don't have to say anything else,
Perfect.
right? Just send the,
When would you send a
seriously.
duck?
A duck? Well, I guess if you were having a conversation about it, I don't know.
Conversation it may come up.
Or a salad? It's,
Oh, I would send
Maybe
a
your
salad.
menu.
for
for the
what
day.
conversation would this be?
Interesting how we should try to do that. Have a conversation with just emojis.
With a duck and a salad in it.
So earlier I said that I was heading to San Francisco tomorrow. I am heading to San Francisco tomorrow to go to an emoji conference.
Oh.
It is a 3-day conference on just emojis. I didn't even think that this was a possibility.
That sounds really fun.
There's going to be forums, workshops, shows, talks, all on emojis.
Is there that much to say about an emoji?
Yeah.
I'll let you know on Monday. Apparently there is.
I think that's great. And, you
And
know,
there's a lot to see in San Francisco if there's not.
Exactly. You will no doubt have a great time. All right. Well, I want to point out, since we had a frisky animal at the beginning of the show, this is called relaxation protocol. And our guide dog is working hard on learning the ropes. So we're glad he has relaxed. See, Bo Beth, it does get easier. All right. Coming up next, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast. And then a big treat. A renowned comedian joins us on his way to McCurdy's.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your happy hour forecast. Looking pretty warm again today, but things are going to cool off as a cold front is headed our way. 87 right now, dew point high, and the humidity at 40%. Winds are out of the east at 8, and the pressure 30-10. That's falling slightly as high pressure is slowly getting bumped out of here by a weak cold front. It's going to move on through, it looks like, on Friday and bring with it a change of wind direction. It's been out of the east today to northeast. There have been a few showers, especially inland throughout the late afternoon. Not much going on there now, fairly quiet. The evening planner looks good. We'll see temperatures into the mid-70s by 9 o'clock and low 70s by 11 o'clock. So still a little bit above average, just a few clouds around. There's a slight chance at 10% for an isolated shower up until about 8 o'clock, so not much of a chance there. Wind sustained out of the northeast, as I mentioned, not as strong today, anywhere from 5 to 10. Well, much more in our forecast, obviously, coming up on the latest as far as the forecast goes for the weekend, coming up at 5. See you then.
Our next guest is an Emmy Award-winning actor and comedian known for a slew of famous Saturday Night Live characters, film roles, and stand-up acts. He's here on the Suncoast this weekend for shows at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. Please welcome Jon Lovitz.
Yay!
Welcome. Thank you for
Thank you.
coming.
My pleasure.
Yeah, now we're here. We hear that you're prepping for a Vegas show. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it'll be at the SLS Hotel. It's Dana Carvey and myself. It's like pretty much once a month, starting in January.
Oh, nice.
Through June, and then again in September through December. And we've been like best friends since we met on Saturday Night Live in '86. So we're all excited to do it. And basically, you know, we'll probably open with a little song number, and then he and I will each do about half-hour stand-up, and then after that, take questions from the audience and
Oh, great.
show clips. That's what we're thinking of right now.
All right, so tell us about SNL, because
Yeah.
to us, that's the coolest gig on the face of the earth.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Well, what's it like? I mean, how much of that is done ahead of time? How much is in the moment?
No, it's all done ahead of time. I mean, you meet with the host Monday, you write Tuesday, Wednesday from 3 to 5, you read 30 to 40 sketches. They'll pick 14, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you block them all, dress rehearsal at excuse me, at 8 o'clock on Saturday, and then it goes about 2 hours, and then they'll cut, out of 14 sketches, they'll cut 6.
Wow.
Which is like an hour of show. It's a lot of work. And
High
then and then
pressure?
you go on. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
So Saturday Night Live is not live.
What? No, of course it's live. It's live at 11:30. Yeah, it's totally live. But no, it's rehearsed, and
Right.
you write it. But you know, sometimes things happen, and you got to go with it.
And you're here at McCurdy's this weekend, so tell me about what people are going to see when they, have you come out.
Well, nothing. I don't. It's me. Like if you saw me on a talk show ever, I'm just funny like me, and I talk, make fun of myself. The election, which is crazy. Political correctness, words you can't say, which is political correctness kills comedy, because you just, as soon as you say to a comedian, you can't say that, you think, oh, now I have to.
Right.
It's just the opposite.
I was going to say, you think it kills comedy? I would think it's feeding comedy right now. Like
No, I mean, if you had to
material.
follow it,
Oh,
you couldn't do any material. Yeah.
You're the only one that can say what you want anymore.
Right. And
We
yeah,
wouldn't
and then
survive without comedy in this election.
no, right. But it's what I'm saying is if you have to be that, they say, oh, you can't joke about this, you can't joke about that, and then the comedian will tell you, I'm saying what I want.
Right.
And it's jokes, but it just makes someone who's not an edgy comedian seem really edgy. Like, if you go, hi, how is everybody doing? No, you can't say that.
And you're like, what?
Yeah, so, and I play the piano, I sing funny songs, tell jokes, and it's a fun show. It's very silly.
Yeah, it sounds like
very
a lot of
silly.
Oh, good.
Another thing you have coming up, you're going to be on The Apprentice.
Yes.
Yeah, we shot that in March. Arnold Schwarzenegger's
The boss?
the new boss.
Which
yeah.
is totally bizarre to me. Like, what was that like?
You're fired.
Well, I've known him for years. We're friends, so if you're close friends with him, he teases you. He teases everybody. So he had all these jokes about me. Like, John, have you ever seen the gym from the inside? He's like, and then I finally got him on one thing. But it was a hard show to do, really hard, because they're giving you these tasks. It's branding, and they say, okay, this company wants this, and you have to do it by tomorrow. This giant task, so you have to make decisions like
It's like
immediately.
real
There's
work.
no time. Yeah, it is real work. And I remember the first task they gave us, and they started reading us the rules of the show, and I just got a massive headache, and I thought, why am I here? This was a big mistake. I don't do this. But I started learning. I learned a lot, you know, and I wouldn't do a reality show again. I didn't like that part. But I learned a lot. I'm glad I did it, and everybody's really nice. Mm-hmm. And
Did you not like the part where everything you were doing is recorded, or why didn't you like it?
yeah, I didn't like that because the camera's on you constantly. Oh. It would be like us here. We're on TV now. I expect it, but they just never go off.
Right.
Like never.
I wouldn't like that at all.
No,
It could be very dangerous depending on how well you behave.
Yeah, and then you're conscious of it, and then you want to say something. Oh, it's on camera, and then,
So did you feel like you were always on? Like,
well, after a while, yeah, because after a while, I tried to forget it at some point,
Yeah.
and then some points.
You don't want
But
to.
it's impossible. They're right there.
Yeah, it's
Right,
more
right.
acting than reality.
You're
I
a
tried to be funny a lot. Yeah, the camera's in my face. I'm just making faces all the time.
Well, you're a big guy on social media.
I enjoy doing it. Yeah, I'm on Twitter and on at Real John Lovitz. I did that because I used to be on, like, say, was it Space?
MySpace.
I forgot already. And there'd be all these fake people saying they were me, and it wasn't. And same on Facebook. So that's why people started putting real.
Oh,
You know, so you know it was
that
really
makes sense,
bad.
right.
Yeah.
How
And
does
then they
it
have
help
that
you
thing
connect
where
with your
you're
fans?
verified.
When you do that, how does it help you connect with your fans? Do you get feedback on Twitter? Do you get feedback
Yeah, they
on...
say nice things, you know. And I used to, if they said negative things, I used to, like, answer them and get in an argument, and then other people on Twitter go, "What are you doing? You don't even know. Just forget it." I go, "You know, good point."
Yeah,
So
that's hard,
if
though.
they're
We
mean,
need
I
to
just
learn
now I
that.
just block them. I just block it.
We need to learn that. We
So
haven't
you
learned
do
that.
block
Block.
them.
Oh, yeah, if they're negative, I go find block.
John will
I
block
have
you.
enough-
All right, John Lovitz is at McCurdy's Comedy Theater through November 5th. Great to have him here with us. For tickets and information, you can preview the show and find out the details at mccurdyscomedy.com. All right, John, enjoy your stay in the Suncoast.
Thank you. I'm
Thank
glad
you
to
so
be
much
here.
for coming.
Yes,
My pleasure.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Coming up
thank you,
next,
John.
a veteran's salute you won't want to miss.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by Gulf Coast Honda.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident. And it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
The Manatee Community Concert Band has brought together some of the best musicians on the Suncoast for more than 40 years. Their latest performance, Let Freedom Ring, is a salute to our veterans, and it includes a tribute to the legendary Andrews Sisters. We have a preview in today's Sounds of the Suncoast. Take it away, ladies!
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow the bugle for his Uncle Sam. Wheeling riding down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cat went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a tootly-eyed toot, he blows an eight to the bar. In boogie rhythm, can't blow a note unless a basic guitar is playing with him. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was some boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays his boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a busy bee. And when he plays, he makes the company jump eight to the bar. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Toot-toot-toot, toot-toot, he blows eight to the bar. He can't blow a note, it's a basic guitar, he's playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night. Wakes them up the same way in the early light. They clap their hands and slap their feet, because they know how it goes when someone gives him a beat. Whoa, whoa, he wakes him up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot, 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 deep blows the note to the bar. Yeah, I can't blow a note if the basic guitar doesn't go with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
It is November the 5th with completely free admission. For more information, you can visit manateeconcertband.org. Next, a very special fashion show from Lily Pulitzer.
Our dad is an incredible man, a great father, and a hero who served his country well. He worked hard to take care of us. Now we take care of Dad with the help of Granny Nannies.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected with new features that make it easy to submit photos, share stories on Facebook and Twitter, and save stories for reading at a later time. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose big time. Luckily, You can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We are celebrating National Sandwich Day, so we're going to check back in with Larry Barrett from Simply Gourmet Catering. And there's some different takes on sandwiches these days. Larry, what type are we making?
Today, no deli sandwiches. Today, it's all straight ahead gourmet sandwiches. The first one is muffaletta. It's made famous from New Orleans. If you say it 3 times fast, you get to go to the bonus round, I think. I think so. But then we're all going to make some wraps together. Some really interesting little wraps. I'm going to see who does the best. But it's going to have a little blackened chicken, a lot of lettuce, some roasted pepper sauce, and I'm going to show you a little trick on how to cut these English cucumbers so they fit in there and don't get everything all wet. It's going to be a heck of a wrap.
All right. We're looking forward to it. Thanks, Larry. Bye-bye.
My pleasure.
Well, as visitors pour onto the Suncoast, many of us locals want to feel like we're on vacation too. One way to do that is dress the part, and Lily Pulitzer is releasing a new resort collection that will be previewed Monday at a special Junior League luncheon. And here to give us a sneak peek is Ella Lewis from the Junior League of Sarasota. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So, you know, Lily Pulitzer, everyone, when you talk about this, it's like a brand that everyone is excited about. So now you guys have a new collection being previewed there?
Yeah, we're so excited about it. And, you know, Lily Pulitzer is really more than just a brand. It is truly a lifestyle. And it is just about being breezy and effortlessly glamorous, living the resort life. So we're so excited to be featuring this new collection at the Junior League Lily Luncheon and Fashion Show on Monday. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, it's amazing, especially on the Suncoast. You know, granted, this brand is big everywhere, but when you're on the Suncoast, this has become a status for a lot of people. So the fact that you guys have connected is amazing.
We're thrilled, yes.
And I'm liking the styles.
Well, it just kind of fits, you know? I mean, when it's warm here, you want something light and airy. And I liked Bobette's point about sometimes you just want to feel like we're on vacation too, even though we live here and still have to do our daily stuff. It's just a good way to
pretend.
Exactly. kind of chill out and absorb our environment.
With white wicker and palm trees.
It absolutely does. The collection is actually called Resort 365. So we want to live that resort lifestyle every day of the year.
And the bright colors last year round too.
Yeah, they do.
Great.
They do.
Now, you mentioned earlier the luncheon, but this is also for a good cause. Tell us about the Junior League and how this will help.
Yeah, well, the Junior League of Sarasota is a group of women that we're committed to volunteering and making this community a better place. And right now, we're focused on eliminating hunger in Sarasota, and we're doing that through a variety of community projects. And this fundraiser helps us fund those projects and get out there and make a difference for some families out there.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, this is definitely a great fundraiser, and I want to look at the looks because
that's
a big part of it. So you brought some of the girls here. So we're going to start a fashion show. So let's get our first model out.
All right. First, this is Erin. She's wearing the Gabby shift in Cocoa Safari.
I like Erin.
Yeah, very beautiful pineapples.
So the styles of the dresses I know are very classic.
Yes.
So we're looking at new prints.
We are looking at new prints and some new styles too. So this is a more traditional shift dress that you'll see in a lot of Lily Pulitzer collections.
I like that.
I like the print.
Thank you, Erin. Next we have Lauren, and she's wearing the Noel kimono and Gracie tank, both in Oh My Guava. with the Worth Flare jean and resort white.
I want the job in naming the print.
Yeah.
Oh my guava. I like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I'm
That looks
liking
like
the fringe.
The fringe is fun. Is that a new addition?
It is. It's something that we've seen a lot of in this collection. It's very fun, very true to the resort lifestyle.
Yeah.
Very breezy.
Very breezy.
And nice layers, too, for the cooler temperatures.
Yes.
I can see myself.
Cooler being 85.
Cooler is a judgment call.
All right, and this is Kelly. She's wearing the Alana dress in Jam Out. So we're seeing a lot of the spaghetti strap with the over-the-shoulder sleeves there. It's super, super breezy and fun as well for the
And that looks
winter.
really nice too. I feel like I can dress that up or just be very relaxed with it. So whichever my day takes me, I'm liking that.
Yeah, and that cold shoulder look coming in everywhere.
Yes.
So it's nice to see Lily picking it up too. So you can go trendy or classic.
Absolutely.
Very pretty and flowy.
And our next model.
This is Heather.
Another
Yeah.
one.
She's wearing the Renee dress, also in Jam Out. So you can see the pattern, even the same. It looks different on every dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that handkerchief style
It
is
is, yeah.
really
It looks like
fun.
two handkerchiefs put together.
It
Yeah, I
really
like
does.
that.
But they fit.
So I like the flowiness of this one also.
Yes.
It's almost like you have clothes on, but you don't have clothes on.
And you still look glamorous.
Touching
You still look glamorous.
Yeah, comfy clothes that are also very elegant looking.
Absolutely.
Nice
Very
look.
pretty.
And let's see the back one more time. Do you mind?
Best shopping as she goes.
I really like it. All right, well, thank you. And we have one more model.
Yes, this is
And
Candace.
another variety.
Also wearing the Noel kimono, but this one's an oyster shell metallic starfish.
Wow.
Oh, I love
With
that.
a tabby tank and Worth skinny jeans, both in the resort white. So we love the white in Lily, and the gold metallic really is a neutral for the
Okay,
for the
so you
line.
mentioned white, and I know there's that rule that after.
Oh, that rule is no.
Okay,
No, that rule is no more.
Not in Florida.
No
Okay,
more.
so white year round.
White year round.
Totally fine.
Yes, and like I said, metallic really is a neutral for Lily Pulitzer. So
Yeah.
we believe in that.
I
And
agree
you
with
still
that
have
too.
the fringe too, so
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a very dressy outfit.
Yes.
love
Yeah,
it.
that's great.
All
All right, let's
But
bring everybody back up here.
And I was thinking, I feel like you can dress this up and down.
You definitely
Like I can wear that out or just hanging around the house.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a whole bunch of different patterns, different styles,
Yes.
and even more showing up for the luncheon.
Absolutely. Even more will be at the luncheon.
And how would you describe this look as a whole?
The look as a whole is definitely an effortless, glamorous resort style. That's what we're going for with this collection.
So
And
not a
they're always
preppy
colorful.
thing anymore.
Not preppy. No, we're not preppy. We're
I
on
see that.
vacation
Yeah,
and we're
I
loving
agree.
life and feeling good about ourselves.
The bright colors makes me want to go on vacation.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Absolutely.
Those
That's-
are my kind of
that
colors.
is the Florida lifestyle right there.
Yes.
It looks
And I
absolutely
want to
gorgeous.
remind everyone this is for a good cause. It is a fundraiser for the Junior League. And if you want to get in for more information about Lily Pulitzer, the luncheon, or anything about the Junior League, just visit their website, srqlilyluncheon.com. Again, that luncheon is going to be November the 7th. All right? And thank you so much. And then when we come back, we're going to be playing another unusual instrument. We'll be right back.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights. Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC 7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC 7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community. From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. A fast-growing city in Manatee County, the mayor of Palmetto shares what she hopes to see change by the year 2037. And a group that serves as a voice for businesses in Siesta Key Village will soon no longer exist. Why the association there is dissolving. We'll have the details at 5. Get a check on the weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Well, another warm day today, Scott. 87 degrees. We have some clouds around right now. The dew point temperature at 60 and the humidity 40%. Rather low. East winds now at 8 miles an hour and the pressure 30-10. Still high, and that is falling ever so slightly. There is a cold front on the way. It is going to cool things down to back to average, it looks like, as we head into the weekend. We'll take a look at that front right now. No real significant rain around. We had a few showers earlier. Those have since moved on. Details on your forecast coming up at 5. See you then.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Rich finishes, beautiful colors, and over 1,000 different fabrics and leathers to choose from. With Bassett Custom Furniture at Bacon's Furniture and Design, you can design every room to match your own unique style. And every piece is quality handcrafted right here in America. Come in today and we'll guarantee your Bassett Custom Furniture will be shipped before the holidays. With our complimentary design service, start designing, start loving. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
It's the Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting Festival on Siesta Beach, November 11th through 15th, with 24 of the world's best sand sculptors. Bring the family for new hands-on kids activities, live music, food, sand sculpting lessons, and more. See SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com for details.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Come see the Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting Festival November 11th through 15th on Siesta Beach. Check out the Crystal Classic Party Tent, produced by Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce and Moat Marine. Details including remote parking via SCAT. Visit SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com.
The 2016 Swiss Music Fest is coming to the Suncoast. And you know, when we hear about any instrument we don't recognize, we've got to give it a try. That's why we brought the world-renowned alphorn player. This is an alphorn instrument, and it's very serious. We're going to learn to play this. And we brought in Lisa Stoll. She is world-renowned on playing this. She is going to show us how to do it. Lisa, show us how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Will, let's let Will give it a try. If nothing bad happens, Will, I'll try.
Well, I have a couple questions.
Let's find out what it is first, because it looks like.
Is this
a horn?
Is
like
it
a
just
very long
one
horn?
entrance? You're not doing any fingering, or it's not like a flute?
There's no holes?
Just with my lips.
So how do you make your lips make those different tones?
I let vibrate my lips. And with the different vibration, I let sound the alphorn.
So that's what they play in the Alps.
Not that easy.
They play that horn in the Alps?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is that where you learned to play it?
No, I don't live in the Alps.
You look like you live in the Alps.
So you learned this here?
In Switzerland.
In Switzerland.
I live in Switzerland. Yeah.
Okay. Wow,
But
that
not
is
in-
amazing.
Well, this is amazing.
Well, give Will some advice, because Will's not from Switzerland. You might not know that.
I know I look like it, but I'm not.
So we're not sure he knows. Give him a little advice, and then we're going to ask him to try it.
So if you just blow into the alphorn, there's no sound. You should press your lips together and let vibrate them.
Okay.
I will show it like. Try it like this.
All right, I got it. I got this.
Just
Here we go.
try it.
Okay.
Just try.
Excuse you.
An angry elephant. There you go.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound like she sounded.
No.
You're obviously not vibrating your lips.
Well, she just said this is very hard to do, so you
is it?
shouldn't feel bad about it. I don't understand. So no tone comes out of your lips. Just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, but how do I make it sound different?
Like an angry elephant.
Okay.
There we go.
I
You're
don't
gonna
want
try
to
it?
insult you, but I'm
No,
going
it's
to.
okay.
Are the alphorns
Vibrate your lips.
handmade?
Not all. Most of them are made with machine.
Linda uses her eyes.
I was vibrating my lips.
She's gonna cry again. She cried when she played the didgeridoo.
Go like this. She said, please keep her mouth closed. There you go.
Oh, you do it. You think it's so easy.
Yeah, Bobette's giving it awful live advice. You're gonna be sorry you just gave advice. You try it. Is it normal to pass the Alphorn around?
I don't know. I'm sure.
I'm just wondering.
They don't do this in Switzerland, but go for it. Well, you're a little bit better than me. You have a sound.
Are you dizzy?
My lungs. I don't have that kind of capacity.
But it's not bad.
Nice.
Not everybody can play it the first time.
I'm hoping we're out of time. Are we out of time?
We're not. And
We're not out of time.
She's just
Man.
She'll play Star Spangled
You
Banner.
people look silly. I don't know if I want to do
that
this.
look
All right.
silly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
All
Really
right.
good.
Look at you.
Wow. But how do I make it a different? I have a lot of hot air. How do I make it a different sound? Okay.
Open up more.
Open your lips up.
No.
This is hard. Can we have Lisa play some more? Linda, tell us where we can find out about the festival.
Hear this. We've got to hear more about this festival. The Swiss Music Festival for this year is November the 4th, and for tickets and for information, visit SarasotaConcertBands.org. This is really going to be good. Okay, play us out, and next we're going to find some other skills.
Lisa, we're very impressed because we failed miserably. Please show us the real way.
Okay.
Hurricane season is here, and Suncoast weather can go from this to this in seconds. So when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology so that we can bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
Plus, we focus on the Suncoast and track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Welcome back. Okay, so we don't play the Alp horn all that well. Well, we found...
You did.
We have found that there's other things we don't know that much about either, and one of them happened yesterday. Let's check it out.
You can count to 10 in English.
Okay, 1, 2.
And then you can count to 10 in Spanish.
Otra?
No.
No.
So they're all...
Otra? What word is that?
That's so unkind to point out my mistake.
Uno. We need to go back to Sesame
That
Street.
was Greek. That was Greek. You guys just don't speak Greek.
Oh, got
I
it.
thought I was totally right. It sounded like Spanish to me.
For anybody that thinks this show is scripted, we like to prove over and over again that these moments just happen like that. Speaking of moments, Bobeth, you have a maternal side.
Yes, I do. You saw my baby.
I did. Bobeth had a baby yesterday.
On the floor.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's how you're supposed to keep the newborns exactly.
She told me to put her down
Look,
and kiss her.
And you hugged her and you loved her. It was very sweet.
Somebody listening to this and not watching, we just said, Bobeth had a baby yesterday on the floor.
Well, it was very fun to learn about our baby workouts so that we can get our baby bodies back. But we learned that Linda does not know Spanish and that Bobeth is actually very nurturing. So
when it's a doll.
New information every single
And I'm
day.
still trying to get my body back before my baby, who was on the show yesterday.
Who's almost 40.
Children of her own.
It is also National Sandwich Day, and we're going to find out new and creative ways to make a good one. We're going to go see Chef Larry in the kitchen.
Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Haley Wilgus. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Venice High School evacuated and students moved to a football field while the school took the extreme precautions after receiving a bomb threat. And now taking a quick look at Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now in Venice, there is a police incident at Indian Avenue and Milan Avenue, so you may want to avoid that area. Now, let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. Another warm day today. Temperatures into the upper 80s in cases. 87 degrees now at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. We have a few clouds around, and the dew point is at 60 now. The humidity 40%. The pressure still pretty high, 30-10. Now, there are some changes on the way. There are going to be subtle changes. This next system is not all that strong. We've had a few showers to the north of us and mainly inland counties for the time being. Not much rain chance with this next cold front. We'll talk about that cold front. Let you know what it means for the weekend coming up at 5.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you. Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by Gulf Coast Honda.
How long have we been married, dear? For 76 years. He was kind and generous to me before we married, and he was kind and generous to me all these years. We decided on Meals on Wheels because I was getting to the point where I couldn't do all the things that I had been able to do. We're the Spans. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Pro Cream by Dr. Anna, known as the facelift in a bottle, is an all-natural anti-aging formula that tightens skin and muscles, making you look younger. It's made in Sarasota with real pearls, Chinese herbs, and no preservatives. Visit our store or at pearlcreambydranna.com.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner. After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Coming up Friday at 4 on Suncoast View, art, dogs, and rum, but not all at the same time. We're going to take a class to learn about pet portraits and even give our try at painting a very special Suncoast friend. The Van Wezel Performing Arts Center is here to give us a preview of their Christmas spectacular shows. There's some tickets that you aren't going to want to miss, plus a special look inside Siesta Key Rum. It's award-winning. We'll show you how it's made, and Gold Rush Barbecue joins us in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Larry Barrett from Simply Gourmet Catering. So Larry, what are we going to be doing today?
Today, it's a little muffaletta. It's National Sandwich Day, and I love sandwiches. Ask any chef. When you get done cooking five-star cuisine, you want to go home, and the first thing I go for is the toaster and some tuna fish.
Oh.
And I swear that's my comfort zone. But look, we're going to make a muffaletta. First, you got to make a little olive salad. I've buzzed some green olives with pimentos in them in a food processor, and then some Kalamata olives.
Oh, yum.
Then a little bit of garlic, about a teaspoon or so, and it's about a half a cup of each olive. And this is herb de Provence minus the lavender. A little bit mixture of oregano, basil, thyme, and we'll throw a little bit of that in there, and just enough olive oil. Extra virgin, of course. If you use anything less, don't invite me over. You know? And then here we are.
Words I've never heard in my life.
Yes. Yeah, you like that muffaletta. It's
what
great.
is that?
Well, it's going to be hard to compete with the Alphorn. I'm telling you that right now. So that much I know.
We're hoping to be better at making sandwiches.
I think you will be. We always have fun in the kitchen. And we just spread that out like so. And then you could use any meats you want. These are my favorites to use. And if the olives are a little saltier, a nice little trick is just run them into some cold water. And, you know, and squish them a little bit. This is what I've decided to use today. A little bit of nice hard salami. A little bit different than Genoa salami. The hard salami doesn't have red wine in there, and it's made with beef instead of pork.
Oh.
And most of my guests really, I know, right? It's different, and but it's very nice. And a little bit of ham, or as I like to call it, the hammy.
Okay.
And then we'll put a little bit of Swiss cheese on there as well. And we'll have a complete muffaletta. And look at that. It's really beautiful.
Come from New Orleans originally.
Yes, originally from the Center Grocers, it's called, and they serve it on a big round. I love these baguettes. They're really delightful. You know, you bake them off.
In addition to the baguettes, you guys have wraps in front of us. So what
Oh, yeah, we're going to do some beautiful wraps. Oh, it's going to be nice. And those are going to be a blackened chicken wrap.
All right, should I get started with some?
Go ahead.
Beth, I'm using a utensil so I don't put my hand anywhere near her lettuce. But Beth is concerned about the germ factor here.
There you go.
We put on some chicken here?
Yep. Well, first we're going to do the lettuce.
Okay.
Let me show you that.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice.
All right. So
Thank you guys for using forks.
You're welcome.
Uh-oh. Am I going to disturb everything?
No, but you're a chef and your hands are clean.
You
they
know.
have been doing all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
What have I been
Here
doing?
we are.
You were playing with the dog earlier.
I was playing the same
They're like
Alphorn
this.
you were.
And I went and washed my hand in commercial breaks.
I want to show you.
Have some lettuce.
Look at this. We cut around the cucumber like this to get a nice cucumber slice. So this way your sandwich doesn't get soggy, right? So you cut around the outside.
Oh, so you take out the seeds.
Yes,
I don't like
ma'am.
the seeds anyway.
You know what, though? The seeds are just delicious. And then I throw a little bit of those on there like that, a little cucumber.
All right, we'll pass that. I'm going to shake,
then-
Beth. I'm not touching anything.
This is some something beautiful. We must say our words about this roasted red pepper sauce. There's nothing finer. And then a little roasted red pepper sauce right down the center like that.
Okay.
Mayonnaise and mashed up roasted red peppers. Life is beautiful.
All right, we got to add the chicken as we wrap it up.
Now the chicken, ladies.
Finally.
Just enough. And now, this is how we roll. We roll it. We're rolling black and chicken.
We're going to roll right off
Now
the
look
air.
at that. Over like that, tight. Then you got to go tight, like that. Okay. Fold in the sides. Make room for the chicken.
All right,
And
Larry,
then-
as you're rolling that up,
look at that.
I'm going to let you slice it up as I pass the chicken. I want to remind everybody, and we also had a wrong website, so I want you to look up and get this correct. In terms of the Swiss Festival coming up on November 4th, it is Sarasota Concert Band, singular.org for information about that. All right, Will, don't know if you're much of an Alphorn player, but you're a lot of fun to have here anyway.
Thank you.
Glad
Thank you,
to have you
Stephanie.
here. Larry, thanks for celebrating Sandwich Day. He's way
Voila.
better at this than we
Voila,
are. Take
everybody.
some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.